Hello students, welcome to the second part, explanation of the chapter Painting the Fence. In the earlier part we had seen that Ben Jonson got the task by his Aunt Polly to paint the fence. Aunt Polly and the Thomas here. And then as it was a Saturday morning, a summer morning, and he don't want to do that, and then suddenly he got the idea. He took up the brush and set calmly to work. A little later, Ben Roger, the very boy whose G. Tom had been dreading, came down the road. He was munching an apple. And pretending to be a steamboat in the river. Tom paid no attention whatever to him. Ben came up to Tom. Tom's mouth watered for apple, but he kept on painting the fence and ignored the Ben. Then suddenly he wheeled around and said, "What's you, Ben? I didn't see you." "I am going swimming, Tom." "Don't you wish you could too?" Ben prodded him. "But of course you have to do the work to do the painting." Tom looked at him and said, "What do you call work? Do you think a boy gets a chance to whitewash a fence every day?" Ben stopped nibbling his apple. He watched Tom, who was doing a fine job of sweeping his brush gently back and forth and stepping back to note the effect. He added a touch here and there and looked totally absorbed in his work. Presently Tom asked, "Say, Tom, let me whitewash it." And then Tom pretended to consider his request and agreed to it, but then said, No. You see, Aunt Polly is very particular about this fence. It's on the street, you know. It has to be painted very carefully. Maybe just one boy in 1,000 can do it the right way. Then, now again the Ben pleaded him. And then the Tom said that I don't see why I would be. You don't get to do this every day. Acting as he were doing a very difficult task. Then finally the Tom gave his brush reluctantly, but he was pleaded so much punch that his plan was succeeded. So while Ben painted the fence and sweated in the sun, and Tom sat in the shade and munched the apple. Boys came by and stayed to whitewash. By the time Ben was too tired to paint anymore, Tom had traded the next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite, and then a Johnny Miller for a dead rat, and so on. By the afternoon, he was a rich boy and the owner of 12 marbles, a piece of chalk, a couple of tadpole, a kitten with only one eye, and 4 pieces of orange peel, to name just a few of his new treasure. He idled while the other boys painted the fence 3 times over there. And then when he had seen that the older boy had painted up well, then he called the Aunt Polly. See, there the Ben had called the Aunt Polly. So what the Aunt Polly was thinking, that he had painted only a very little bit. But she was shocked when she had seen that he had just completed the task. And as a gift, she had given one more apple to the Ben. Now, Ben was very happy with the way that he had done. And then, this is the way he had changed the things with the other boy, and he himself sat under the tree, relaxed. Whatever he had planned, he was successful on that, and the other boy had done the work in his place. Now here at the end we can see that most people who would bow their head and take it in the chin. But Tom Sawyer not only turned the situation around, he spun it like a top on his palm. At the end of that day, a dozen boys painted the fence for him while he played to his heart's desire. Here the kicker, they even paid him in kind for the privilege. I hope you all can understand it. Thank you.